departments you have got and how that is working?
They all are engineers, software engineers. So we are an IT
Are
company,
they
right?
deciding on the policy matters? Are they deciding on?
No. I personally drive it. So, okay, this is the way it works is, what is the job of IT? What information technology's sole job is to optimize the world. Any business. Is there a better way of doing it? That's what technology does. Optimize the world. Cybage principle is very straightforward. This is our business. Optimize the world. Before that, have we optimized ourselves? Okay. Are we our own customer first? Before looking at the customer. That's all. So we say IT is not just our business, it's our differentiator too. So these 200 people, we run by ourselves. So they'll have functional specifications, product development, thoughts, how we can apply this, how we manage investment, how we manage attrition, how we do HR policies. Shall I call this group of people for this meeting or that group of people? I should call this group of people based on data analytics because they are high attrition risk to the company and they're good people. I should not call those people in the meeting. They anyways, they're sold on Cybage. Data analytics. It works in every phase of it.
Would we say it is the quality of the company? Is that what we were talking about? Quality
It's
of this works which are going on in the
we
company?
take, every day we all take decisions, right?
Right.
We all take decisions, okay? If somebody is, let's say you decide at the end of the day, I'm giving a very high level example, very, very rudimentary level. You say, appraisal time has come, month of April, now I have to give 12% to the company. Why 12? Why not 11.9? Why not 12.1? There's one correct number in there which will do the best balancing of your attrition management and customer satisfaction. There's one optimum number hidden in the whole thing. It's a puzzle. And then the distribution of that number, right? It's just with every attrition, you have a loss. Every time you hire from the outside, you pay premium. Domain is pay loss. But to reduce attrition, how much more percentage is you have to give? So where is the balance point, right? Just one example. Data analytics.
So we'll have two more questions.
Sure.
So actually, I only have two questions.
I'll forget.
Yeah, okay.
What size? First one I'll forget, so I'll answer the second one only.
So, do you think that the services industry has kind of reached a point of maturity in the context of globalization, such that the cost arbitrage factor is kind of at such a delicate point that within the next decade, that's going to become a very diminished component of the overall landscape, because there are competing countries coming up and there's a rebalancing happening in the US in things, in terms like real estate and salaries going down and so on.
Very valid question. Asked 10 years back, 5 years back, it'll be asked 10 years from now also. The water flows downhill till the level evens out, right? So theoretically, I mean, somehow rupees seems to be flowing in a different way, but otherwise, generally speaking. So the cost arbitrage, see, is a very beat up subject, frankly. Okay. The issue is not about low cost or high quality. Issue is always value proposition. Value for money. Value for money. Be it USA, be it India, be it China. Indian IT industry has broken through a barrier where they are so mature and so much ahead in the workflow processes. See, whatever I am talking about, for example, now that means that there is a maturity in the industry to be able to think at that direction, right? So when you have broken through that and gone that level, then we have customers who are not, it's not just the cost, we can do it better than them. Head-to-head comparison. Like 1% there versus 1%, because we have built a very, very efficient ecosystem, not just many companies. Okay? So cost arbitrage will have an impact on Indian IT industry, but there is another angle of the thing. There is no such thing as Indian IT industry and USA industry. It's a global, boundaryless world. Everything applies everywhere, right? All companies that we work for are global companies. Their market is in India. So it's questionably becoming irrelevant. So the companies will have their own organic innovation in which market they serve. Maybe 10 years from now, our main market will be India anyway.
That, that really brings me to the next question. That what you've been mentioning in the entire session today, that as you grow from a startup to a mid-size to a large company, you start thinking differently. And let's say tomorrow Cybage becomes of the size of Infosys. So if you look at Infosys today, my take is that the company has had billions of dollars in cash reserves for quite some time now. They've struggled by getting new CEO like Mr. Kamath from a non-software industry, now Mr. Murthy. But they don't know what really to do with that huge cash reserve. And continuing in the same services, function that they have is really being a problem.
So let's get to the question so you can answer. So what's your question there?
So, do you think the pure services play will, come into question very soon? Very soon meaning in the next decade.
Okay, so there are a mix of thoughts that I heard from you. If I put them in perspective, the question has come on when you gave Infosys example, is there some confusion of what to do now? Like they're trying to rediscover at this scale operations, so is there a fundamental flaw with the business itself or the positioning of the IT industry? Right? In a way?
Yeah, not sure.
I don't know.
It's a question of reserves, right?
What you said earlier, that under the services guard, having a product play is not workable in a country like
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I will give you a very quick answer. Okay. There's a pure play services, which is a knowledge industry, and then there are reusable product underneath layers of frameworks. And most of IT people understand that. Okay? It's a combination of the two. You play the game. The Infosys, what is happening is first thing I'm to there. I don't know. Okay. So it's a different thing. So I won't comment on that. They are very brilliant, smart people. They'll make it, but it's not relevant because there's Infosys and there's the TCS. It's one of the most rocking companies. And Cybage is not recommend Infosys anyways. We calculated it will take us 40 years to, if you double the rate of growth of TCS, it will take us 40 years to reach TCS. So it won't happen. So this is a pragmatic framework. Regarding your question, it will automatically evolve whatever the solution is required as the time goes on. So in a nutshell, they will find their way, the IT industry. It's here to stay. Yeah, Vishwas.
Arun, where do you personally spend your time? What kind of functions do you personally spend your time now? And what is your dream or vision for Cybage as it goes forward?
So, okay, so there has to be a vision for the company and there's a vision for self and all. In the beginning only I said it's very important that personal ambitions in life are protected. I balance my life. I work for 45 hours, work and come home. Okay? I can spend more time or I can spend less time, but I balance that to 45. There was a book called Good to Great Companies, which we all should read. Who was the writer? I forgot.
Jim Collins.
He said that if an organization has a CEO who works 14 hours a day, Okay, he doesn't build a good company. That means he doesn't know people who can do what he does. The fundamental thing, right? So, I don't know whether Cybage is a good company or not from worldly standards, but we have a balanced life for not just me, everybody. You come on a weekend, nobody's there on Saturday, and everybody works 40 hours, 45 hours, goes back. So we believe we are an efficient company that we don't need to do all that, most of the people. But in a service company, some people do it. So that giving a good work-life balance and building the most efficient company theoretically possible is the dream. So we already believe we are. Why we are not in Infosys TiE? We cannot be because we lost the game there, missed the bus for a long time. That's not the point. Point is, you need to have a dream and you want is a continuous evolving. There's not a particular milestone. You want to be the most efficient company in the world in the IT space, and we are in that direction going through systems. Personal life, I love spending time with my children and my wife, and watching TV with them and with my friends, like everybody else. There's nothing more specific. I love to read, but I don't get time for that.
So where do you spend your time? As in, when I said, it sounded like you spend a lot of time in trying to optimize your own company operations.
Yeah. A lot.
But then what happens to the sales and marketing and, as a CEO?
Same applies to that also. Even sales and marketing is the same science. I travel to USA 2-3 times. I'm not one of those CEOs who goes every month. I travel 2 times or 3 times. Because it's a system. Sales and marketing, I believe, is not about flamboyance. It's about being yourself, what you are. And it works for Cybage. So we have very simple people who go and we don't have a single MBA guy in our company. For sales and marketing. we don't have IITs, we don't have IIMs, we are very, very straightforward. Our senior most guy is a guy who studied in a Hindi medium in Allahabad. And he's a genius out of the world. So this is how we are structured. So that's personally I like to go to the gym. I have a home gym every morning. I go there because I think keeping fit is part of a very important thing in life.
Any plans for IPO?
No, again, it's like coffee only. A good company doesn't need funding. Not yet.
He doesn't want to share.
No. Maybe some years down the road. I don't know.
Yeah, on behalf of everyone, I would personally like to thank Mr. Arun Nathani sir for giving us insights about his journey, how it started in Salukya Vihar and then moved out where he has reached so far. I would also like to thank Ashutosh sir for giving us and facilitating the entire session. At the same time, I think most of us would like to ask if he has friend in US and where we can stay sometime. I'd also like to thank Vivek Gupta for introducing the TiE Pune and welcoming everyone. And of course, our audience, they have been very participating, a lot of questions have been asked, I would like to thank everyone. I would also like to thank charter members, volunteers, TiE Pune team for organizing this event. And yes, there will be a feedback forms circulated, so please fill that so that Mandar and ma'am gets access to all the feedbacks that you're giving. Last but not the least, I would like to call Mr. Naveen Kriplani sir and give a memento to Arun Nathani. Thank you all. Have a good day.